Hello everyone, Scoony007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 1-2 Chicago White Sox taking on the 3-0 Detroit Tigers. And here is the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off, the center fielder, Nick Swisher. Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jim Thome. Batting fourth, in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Paul Cornecco. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jeremy Dye. Batting sixth, the catcher, A.J. Przinski. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Carlos Quinton. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Joe Creed. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Chris Gantz. On the mound for the Tigers, it is Nate Robinson. Robinson, 7 wins, 11 losses, 6.35 ERA, went 168.23 innings, allowed 218 hits, 108 strikeouts, and 55 walks. We're here at Comerica Park in Detroit, which gives a -1 to strikes and a +1 to walks, nothing to home runs. And with that, we are ready to start the game as Nick Swisher steps up into the batter's box, takes a few swings. He's batting a 154, and here is the first pitch. And that is 2-6, 2-6, and we start off with a range play. Swisher, 5-1, fly ball to Thomas. And that range is on a 1-4. That is a 4, and Thomas makes the play. So one away as Orlando Cabrera comes up. He's batting a .333 average. Here's the pitch. Cabrera, 3-1, 3-1, also finds the range play mark. And that is going to be 6-4, double star 1, ground ball to second. Polanco's range is a 1-3. That's a 2. Makes it, tosses over to Gillen for out number 2. And that is going to bring up Jim Thome. Thome batting an .091 average so far in the replay. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 1-6. 1-6 is a strike. That's a 14. That's a 4. And he struck him out. And the Tigers retire the the White Sox in order. 3 up, 3 down. Easy inning score. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Leading off, the center fielder, Clint Thomas. Batting second, the second baseman, Placido Polanco. Batting third, the first baseman, Carlos Guillen. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the right fielder, Maggio Ordonez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Edgar Renteria. Batting seventh, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Jacques Jones. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Brandon Ing. On the mound for the White Sox, Jose Contreras. 7 wins, 6 losses, a 4.54 ERA, pitched 121 innings, gave up 130 hits, 70 strikeouts, and 35 walks. And with that, Clint Thomas takes his few practice swings and ready to start. Clint's batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 3-2. 3-2 is a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll that. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is a blank. And that's going to be 3-1. 3-1 line drive to first for out number 1. Placidio is up, batting a .600 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-5. That's a blank. 4-3. Fly ball to Quentin. Out number 2. Carlos Guillen up, batting a .167. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-3. 2-3 is a blank. Carlos, 6-4. Ground ball to second. And the White Sox retired the Tigers in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top after 1, score tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. It is Paul, Dye, and AJ due up for the White Sox. Here's the Paul to Paul. Paul Konecko is batting a .364 average, 5-2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 6. That's a 1. He struck him out. And that is going to bring up Jeremy Dye. Dye batting a .200 average. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-6. 1-6 is a strike. That's a 7. The 17 too high. And that is going to be 5-3. 5-3 is a single past Thomas. So Diley gets on with a single. One on, that's going to bring up the catcher, AJ Krasinski, batting a .333 average. Strategy roll is a 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-3. 1-3 is a blank. And that's going to be 1-4. 1-4 is a single pass Ordonez. And that's going to move Dye to third. And Renner is now on the corners. So we have runners on the corners as Carlos comes up. Carlos is batting a .250 average. Strategy roll is an 8. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-1. 2-1 is going to be a possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be 6-4. And that is a single past Thomas. That is a 9. Thomas's error rating is on a 1 to 16. That is a ground error. And that is a 1-base error. So that is going to score Carla. That is going to score Dye. And everyone else moves up 1 base. Carlos Quentin was batting a .250 average, by the way, on that one. Joe Creed up. Creed batting a .250 average. Strategy roll is a 4. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that is a 6-6. 6-6 is a blank. To Creed we go. Creed 6-5. Pop up to the short to second for out number 2. So 2 away, and that is going to be at the bottom of the order here, and that is going to bring up Chris Gates. Here's the pitch to Gates. And that is going to be a 4-5. Possible error on a throw. And that is going to be a 2-4. 2-4, ground ball to second, and that is an error. Polanco's error rating is a 1-3, that's a 1. And that is a 2-base error on a throwing error. And the White Sox now have a 3-0 lead on a 2-base error, as that scores AJ and Carlos. We go to the top of the order. Nick Swisher comes back up. Two outs. Swisher is up. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 19. And that is going to be 5-4. 5-4 at the ballpark. We go to Comerica Park for this one. And that is going to be 2-2. 2-2 is a ground ball to first. And that is going to retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Maglio, Miguel, and Egger due up for the Tigers. Maglio, Adonis. Adonis is batting a .364 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-1. 2-1 is a walk. That's a 12. That's a 10. And that is a base on balls. Take your base. Next up, Cabrera. Cabrera batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 12. Infield at double play depth. And that's going to be 5-2. 5-2 is a blank. And that's going to be 4-2. 4-2 is a fly ball to Quinton for out number 1. Infield still at double play depth as Edgar Renteria comes up. Renteria batting a 182 average. Strategy roll is an 8. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-6. 5-6 is a strike. That's a 7. The 12 is too high. 2-3. And that is a ground ball to second. And that is a force out at second for Maggio. And Egger is on a fielder's choice. And that is going to bring up Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez on a batting a .500 average. Strategy roll is an 11. And that is going to be 4-1. That's a blank. And that's going to be 6-6. Double star 3. Ground ball to Cabrera to the shortstop. And that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the after 2. It's the White Sox 3, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd, and it's going to be Cabrera, Tome, and Paul due up for the White Sox. Orlando Cabrera 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-2. 6-2 is a walk. That's a 15. That's a 9. Take your base. Jim Tome up. Tome is 0 for 1 and struck out his last time up. Infield going to double play depth. Strategy rolls a 14. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-4. That's a blank. 5-2. That is a single pass Thomas. All right, we got to do some checking here as we now have runners on first and second. We got to see if they advance any other bases. We have a 6. Check the second die. We have a 3. Lead runner thrown out. But if the trailing runner's BR, no adjustments, is greater than or equal to, he advances on the throw. So the lead runner is thrown out. Tome will advance, and runner on second. One away. Infield at normal depth. As Paul Cornico is up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out his last time up. Strategy roll is a 13. Here's the pitch. The pitch to Paul is a 4-2. That's a strike. That's a 6. That's a 6. It's in range, and he struck him out. Jeremy Dye up. Dye is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 7. White Sox holding off. Here's the pitch. And that is 6-6. 6-6 is a blank. To Dye, it's a 6-1, and that is a single past third. And Tome gets the hold sign as his base run rating is a 2. He needed a 5-6 to advance to home. And that is going to bring up A.J. Przinsky. He is 1 for 1, also with a run scored. Runners on the corners, infield at normal depth. Strategy roll is a 5. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4, double question mark. Single on a 1-16. That's a 13. That's a single. And Jim Tomes comes around to score. It is now 4-0 Chicago. And that is going to bring up Carlos Quinton. Quinton is 1 for 1 on the day, also with a run scored. Runners now on first and second. Here's the pitch. 2-1. Possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be 3-3, double star 1. And that is a ground ball to second. And Polanco's error rating is on a 1-3. That's a 1. And that this time it's a 1 base error as he boots the ball. And we load the bases. All right, we have a 20 on the strategy die, a pickoff attempt. If it's a 1, we have a successful pickoff. It's a 13. No. Bases stay loaded. Infield at normal depth. And that is going to be a 5-3. That is a strike. That's a 6. That's a 6. Joe Creed is 0 for 1 on the day, by the way. And he struck him out. And the Chicago White Sox leave. The bases loaded. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Jock Jones, Brandon Ing, and Clint Thomas due up for Detroit. Jock Jones is batting a 125 average. Here's the pitch. 4-2, blank. 1-5, ground ball back to the pitcher. Cortez gets it, throws it over to first for out number 1. Brandon Ing. Here's the pitch to Ing. And that's going to be 4-1. That's a blank. 3-3. Fly ball to left field. And Quinton Carlos makes the play on that one. 2 away. We go to the top of the order. Clint Thomas, 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Blank. 5-4. Fly ball to Carlos. And that retires the side. So the Tigers retire. Chicago retires the Tigers in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's Chicago 4, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It is Chris, Nick, and Orlando due up for the White Sox. Here's the pitch to Chris Gates, 0 for 1. Chris Getz is 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be 2-4. 2-4 is a blank. And then is going to be 5-5. That's a line drive back to the pitcher. Robinson gets it, tosses it over to first for out number 1. Nick Swisher, we go to the top of the order. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-4. That's a strike. That's a 10. That's an 8. And he struck him out. So 2 away. And that brings up Orlando Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Here's the pitch. 2-3. Blank. 1-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Goulden takes it, tosses it over to first. Robinson gets it, tosses over to Goulden for out number 3. So Detroit retires them in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 1st. It is Polanco, Carlos, and Ordonez due up for Detroit. Here's the pitch to Polanco. To Placido. 4-1. Blank. 6-6. Fly ball to Swisher for out number 1. Carlos Goulden is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-5. Strike. 7. The 20 is too high. 2-2, and that is a double pass die. And that is a double. So Goulden gets on with a double, and that's going to bring up Ordonez. As the infield goes to double play depth. Strategy roll is a 10. Here's the pitch. Ordonez walked his last time up. 2-3, that is a blank. 2-3, that is a single past Creed. Carlos on third. Let's see, do we get to bring him home? He has a base run rating of a 3 to go from second to home. He needs a 5 to 6. He gets the hold. Runners on first and third. The corners are going to come in. Actually, no, they're going to go to a double play depth. Cabrera is up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Strategy roll is a 6. 1 out. Here's the pitch. 6-1. Range play. 5-6. Ground ball to third. And Creed's range is on a 1-3. That's a 2. That is out number 2. Are they going to try to get him at? No, he's not going to try to score. And the out is at first. So, and Cabrera is out at first, and they still have the runners on the corners. On that. As Edgar Renteria comes up, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-2. 3-2 is a wild pitch. That's an 18. Too high. 3-1. Double star 5. And that is a fly ball to Swisher as the White Sox, as Detroit leaves 2 stranded after 4. It's no runs, 2 hits, no errors after 4. It's the White Sox 4. Tigers scoreless. We go to the top of the 5th. It is Jim, Paul, and Jeremy. And Jermaine due up for the White Sox. Nate Robinson can face 6 more batters before he is tired. Here's the pitch to Jim Thome. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a strike and a run scored. And that is going to be 5-2. 5-2 is a strike. 14-3 struck him out. And that's going to bring up Paul. Paul is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Strike. 6-6. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Jeremy Dye. Dye is 2 for 2 so far in the game. He has a run scored. Here's the pitch. 4-4 blank. 6-3. Power hit past Jones. That is an 8. And that, my friends, is a single. Jones hit a single. On that one off of, and Jeremy is on with a single, and that's going to bring up AJ. AJ is 2 for 2 on the day with a run and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 7. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 6-6 blank. 1-6 single past Ing. And that does not advance any more runners. So and that's going to bring up Carlos Quinton. Quinton is 1 for 2 on the day. Strategy roll is a 9, holding off on Strat. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-3. That is a walk. That's a 20. That's a 12. And he loads the bases. All right, they're going to go ahead and talk to him on the mound. He's got 2 outs. And they say, nope, he's done. They take the ball after 4 2/3 innings. The Tigers are not happy with that. So Nate Robinson coming out early after, having those 3 errors so far in the game, scoring 4 runs, and that is going to do it for them. They have a right-left. Chris, let's see. And Chris Lampert or they are going to bring in Galarraga. Galarraga, 13 wins, 7 losses, a 3.73 ERA, went 178.23 innings, allowed 152 hits, 162 strikeouts, and 59 walks. Let's take a look at the stats here for Nate. Nate went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA of 3.83. Galarraga is done warming up. He comes in with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 1-4. That is a hit by pitch. That's a 7. That's a 7. And that is a hit by pitch. We bring up, and that's going to bring up Chris Getz. Getz is 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 15. And that is going to be 2-5. That's a strikeout plus. We add 10. We subtract 1. So we're adding 9. That's a 17. That's an 11. And he struck him out. And the White Sox leave the bases loaded. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Ivan, Jacques, and Brandon due up for the Tigers. Here's the pitch to Ivan Rodriguez, is 0 for 1 on the day. And that is going to be 3-4. Possible error. 2-6. Line drive back to the pitcher. No error there. Takes it, throws it over to first for out number 1. Jacques Jones up. Jones is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a strike. That's an 11. The 18 is too high. 4-1. Fly ball to left field for out number 2. Brandon Ing comes up. Ing is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. 2-6, possible error on a throw. And that is going to be 2-5. Fly ball to Swisher for out number 3. So the White Sox retired the Tigers in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 5, White Sox 5, Tigers 0. We go to the top of the 6th. It's going to be Nick, Orlando, and Jim due up for Chicago. Here's the pitch to Nick Swisher. Swisher is 0 for 3 on the day. He does have a strikeout. 1-6. 1-6 is a walk plus. That's a 23. That's a 7. And they walk him. All right. Infield going to double play depth. Orlando Cabrera is up. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Range play. And that is going to be 6-5. And that is going to be a single. That's a 3. Ings ranges in a 1-4. 3 makes the play. And he tosses it over to second for the double play. Double play on that one. And that's going to bring up Jim Thome. Thome is 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 1-3. That is a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll that. 2-1. Walk. 17-3. Take your base. So with that, it is now 5-0 Chicago. Here's the pitch to Paul. And that's going to be 5-5. That's a home run. That's a 12. That's an 8. And that ball is going back to the wall. They're going back. It's out of here. Solo home run for Paul. And that ball is out of here. 2-run home run for Chicago. And that brings them up 7-0. They're going to go out and talk to Galarraga on the mound, and as we do, all right, they come back. They calm him down a little bit. He got shaken up over that home run. Jeremy Dye comes up. Dye is 3 for 3 on the day. 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-1. That's a double star. That's a fly ball out there to Jones. And that retires the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Clint Placidio and Carlos due up for Detroit. All right, here's the pitch to Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2 in the day. And that is going to be a 6-3. 6-3 is going to be a strike. That's an 11. The 13 is too high. 1-6. Power hit. Pass Swisher. That's a 17. That is a fly ball out there. Back to the wall. Swisher jumps up over the wall to make that catch. For out number 1, he chased that down to the wall and got height. Placidio is up next. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 1 out. Here's the pitch. 3-5. That is a strike. That's a 3. The 17, too high. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a single pass Swisher. And Placidio is on. And with that, Carlos Guillen comes up. Guillen is 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled his last time up. Here's the pitch. 6-5. Strike. 17. That's a 7. That's an 80. No strikeout there. The 18 is too high. In for that double play depth. 1-5. Double star 6. Fly ball out there to Dye. For out number 2. Maggio up. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Here's the pitch. 5-5. Strike. 6. 16 too high. And that is going to be a 5-1. 5-1 is a power hit to Dye. On a 13, however, that is a fly ball out. And the Tigers leave 1 stranded, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, Chicago 7, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. It is AJ, Carlos, and Joe due up for the White Sox. Here's the pitch to AJ. AJ is 3 for 3 on the day. Galarraga can face 4 more batters before he is tired. And that is going to be 2-4. 2-4 is a home run. That's a 5. The 13 is too high. 2-3. That is a double star 3. Ground ball to second. Polanco takes it, throws over to first for out number 1. Carlos Quinton up. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run scored. And that is going to be 6-5. 6-5 is a strikeout plus. That's a 17. That's a 19. The 19 too high. And that is going to be 3-4. And that is a single pass Jones. And Carlos is on with a single. Joe Creed. Creed is 0 for 2 on the day with a strike and an RBI. Here's the pitch. And then it's going to be 5-5. 5-5. Home run. That's an 18. That's a 7. And Joe Creed smacks a 2-run home run out of here at Comerica Park. That's the second home run of this game for Chicago. And that ball is out of here as it hits the scoreboard and bounces off into the seats on that one. It is now 9-0, Chicago. That's the second home run in this game for the White Sox. And as the crowd starts getting up and leaving here at Comerica Park, it's like they lost all faith in the game today against the Tigers. In the home team, the Tigers. Galarraga's down to his last batter before he is officially retired. Chris Getz up. Here's the pitch to Getz. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out his last time up. 1-1. Strikeout plus. That's a 17. That's a 16. He struck him out. 2 outs. We go to the top of the order. Galarraga now tired. Swisher is up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. It walked and struck out in today's game so far. 3-1. Possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 4-1. That's a ground ball to Polanco. That's, to third base to Ing. Ing's error rating is at a 1-2. That's a 14. No error there. And Singh, take me out to the ball game. Two runs, 2 hits, no errors for Chicago. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And before we do, let's take a look at the scoreboard, at the box score for this game so far. The White Sox have been just decimating the Tigers right now after 6.5 innings of play. Chicago scoring 2 runs in that first game in the top half of the inning. They have 9 runs on 11 hits. The Tigers, no runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors so far. Chicago scoring in the 2nd, the 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. And Jose is still good. He can face 4 more batters. He's going to have to face Miguel, Edgar, and Ivan. We're going to leave him in to finish out to see if we can close out this inning. And that is going to bring up Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-2. 2-2 is a blank. 4-3. Fly ball to Quinton for out number 1. Edgar Ventania is up. Here's the pitch. Ventania, 3-2. 3-2 is a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll the die on that. No one is on, so we can't have a wild pitch. 5-5. 5-5 is a strike. That's a 7. 16 too high. 1-6. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Cortana's take. Jose gets it. Throws it over to first base. Out number 2. And that is going to bring up Ivan Rodriguez. 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. 2-6 is a possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 1-6. Pop up to Creed. No error there. As the White Sox retire the Tigers in order, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, it's Chicago 9, Detroit nothing, but as we know, no lead is safe. Here an inside pitch. And with that, we go to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Orlando, Jim, and Paul due up for the White Sox. And that is going to do it for Galarraga. So we have a right-left coming up. And they are going to bring in Lopez. Aquino Lopez went four wins, 1 loss, no saves, a 3.55 ERA, 78 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 86 hits, 61 strikeouts, and 18 walks. He's going to have to face Orlando, Jim, and Paul. Here's the pitch to Orlando. And that is going to be 3-2. That is a double star. That is a fly ball out there to Jones. Out number 1. And before we go on, let's take a look at Galarraga's stats. 3 hit, allowed 3, went 2 1/3 innings. Allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 1 hit by pitch. ERA 15.65. Nate Robinson's ERA when he left the game is 5.74. That's where we stand right now in the ERAs for Detroit. Jim Thome up. Thome is 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. He has a walk, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs scored, 4-1. That's going to be a strikeout plus. We add 9. That's a 22. That's a 16. And he struck him out. And Paul is up next. Paul is 1 for 4 in the day. Here's the pitch. Home run, 3 strikeouts, a run, 2 RBIs. Paul's been busy today with today's game. 2-2 at the ballpark. We go to Comerica Park. 5-5 HRP. And that is a pop-up. That ball, and the Tigers retire the White Sox in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Jacques, Brandon, and Cleat due up for the Tigers. And that is going to do it for Jose. So Chicago going to their bullpen now after 7 innings. And they are going to bring in they're going to go with they're going to bring in Boone Logan. Boone Logan, so far in this replay, has pitched 1 inning and only had 1 strikeout. No ERA yet for Boone. So let's take a look at the stats here for Jose. He went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout. Let's see if and here's the pitch to Jacques. Jacques is 0 for 2 in the day. And that is going to be 4-3. Strikeout plus. That's a 21. That's a 12. He struck him out. Brandon Ing is up. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Here's the pitch. 5-4 blank. 3-4 ground ball to Cabrera. Out number 2. We go to the top of the order. Cleat Thomas is up. Thomas is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-5. Home run chance on a 1-18. That's a 14. Clay Thomas needs a 1 or a 2. The 7 is too high. 2-3. Double star 2. Ground ball to second. Gets it, throws it over to first. For out number 3. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the after 8. It's White Sox 5. Tigers remain scoreless through 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Let's take a look at the box score here. They're going to leave Lopez in. They are going to leave Lopez in. And after 8 innings of play, it's Chicago 9 runs on 11 hits. The Tigers, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. He's going to face Dye, AJ, and Carlos. Here's the pitch. 1-5. That is a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll that. 6-3. Home run chance on a 1-16. The 20 is too high. 4-1. Fly ball to Thomas. Out number 1. AJ Przinsky is up. He's 3 for 4 in the day with a run and an RBI. The pitch. 5-6. Double star. Single on a 1-19. That is a 4. And Przinsky gets a base run. All right, infield going to double play depth as Carlos Quinton comes up. He's 2 for 3 on the day. A walk, 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-6. That's a wild pitch. 9. And that is going to move AJ up to second. Here's the response to that. And that is going to be 2-2. That's a double star 3. Fly ball out there to Thomas. Out number 2, Przinsky gets the hold. Does not advance. Joe Creed up. He's 1 for 3. A home run, a strike, and a run. 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. 5-6. Double stop, question mark. Double star on a 1-16. That's an 11. That's an 8. And that's actually going to 6. And that's a fly ball to Thomas to retire the side. No, so no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The White Sox going to make a quick couple changes here. Center field, Swisher is going to come out. And they're going to bring in Ramirez to replace Swisher. Right field. Is going to be played by Weiss. And first base, nope, they're going to leave everyone where they are. So first base. So those are the changes that have been made. And Boone Logan is not going to pitch this inning. They're going to give it to Bobby Jenkins. Actually, they're going to give it to Octavio. So Octavio Donald pitched 2/3 of an inning and only allowed 1 hit. He does have 1 save on the record for the actual season. So let's take a look real quick at the stats for Boone Logan. Boone Logan went 1 inning, only had 1 strikeout. All right. And he's going to face Placidio, Carlos, and Maglio. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Strikeout plus. That's a 13. That's a 3. Struck him out. And that is going to bring up Carlos Gullin. Gullin not taking this hit. They are going to pinch hit for him. And that is going to be Marcus Thames is going to come in to pinch hit. They're going to try to see if they can get a base runner here. Marcus Thames, here's the pitch. 4-4. Strikeout plus. That's a 25. That's a 16. He struck him out. And the Tigers are down to the last out. Here is Ordonez. Ordonez is 1 for 2 on the day. He walked his last time up. 6-5. Range play. Does Ordonez keep this game alive for them? 1-3. Fly ball to Quinton. Quinton's range is in a 1-3. That's a 6. And it gets by him. Ordonez, they're going to pull Ordonez for Brent Cleveland to take over as the base runner. So they're bringing in a base runner. Cabrera, the DH. They're going to leave him in. Here's the pitch. 2-4. Hit by pitch. That's a 12. We had +9. The 10. And we now have runners on first and second. Edgar Rentia is up. He's 0 for 3 on the day, the shortstop. Here's the pitch. 2-4. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 9. That's a 7. And with that, he loads the bases. So they're going to go out there real quick to talk to him on the mound. Says he can do it. All right. Ivan Rodriguez is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 5-1. Strikeout plus. That's a 19. That's a 14. And he struck him out. And that's the game. And the Chicago White Sox defeat the Detroit Tigers 9-0. Final line score coming right up. So the White Sox shut out the Tigers 9-0. White Sox 9 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Detroit only had 4 hits and 3 errors. Joe Creed, Paul Corneco, home runs in today's game. That's the first home run for Joe Creed. Paul, that's his second home run. And let's take a look at the stats. Jose Quintales is your winning pitcher. He went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits and 1 walk. Nate Robinson draws the loss. He went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA of 5.74. So that is going to do it for us here at Comerica Park as Chicago goes to 500 on that. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And until next time, I'm Scooney 007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.